Silence.
Little fucking dog across the street. Yip, 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 yip. Well, honestly, we could probably cut out some of the yips. Doesn't it, like, cancel out any sounds you might grab?
Oh, not really.
Oh, what's it for then?
I mean,
Why do we do that?
it does that. It
Okay.
does that, but, like, it won't grab, like, a yip and cancel it out. Or it won't grab, like, an and cancel it out.
No, but it would grab, like, that pitch, right? No?
Yeah, but, like, you make that pitch in your voice.
I know.
When you're talking.
That's why it was a good joke.
That's why let's just cut out this.
All the yips. Not a good joke? Okay, whatever.
I didn't get it. I'm not smart enough.
Yeah,
for
it's
you.
okay. It wasn't a good joke. Also, I was questioning my reality of, like, why do we do that?
Hold on. Has this been a farce this entire time?
Like, why do you make us be silent?
I just want a moment of silence in my life. And this is one way I've found to get it. So let me have it.
God damn!
Oh, you know what? Honestly, same. I'll take it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I've been forcing
How
it
much-
on you once a week.
5 fucking seconds of silence. I'll
5
take it.
seconds of silence once a week.
And I cut it out for them every time.
Yeah.
I should leave
We
it.
should
Sorry.
force everyone to.
Stealing your silence. I forgot to put my glasses on and now I can't see shit, but I'm pretty
can
sure
see
we're
shit.
good. We're good?
Yeah,
We
you're
good?
recording. You doing good. You doing
Awesome.
real good.
I have that like OCD sometimes where I'm like, I know I clicked all of the buttons, but I just want to see that I clicked them.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Or, like-
did we close the garage door?
Yeah, when
Go
you
back.
try the knob like 8 times and you're like, that was a light tug. I probably should have tugged harder.
I don't think I turned it the right way.
And then you feel it on your hand until you touch it and do it again.
That's got to be diagnosable.
Sure. But it's mild, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like I'm
for sure.
functioning.
Yeah.
They showed up on my TikTok though. It was like
Oh.
that one time a year when you get OCD and you just have to do the thing so that everybody in your family doesn't die in a burning like car crash. And then it's like somebody touching all the corners of the mirror and then like punching it in the middle. Like,
Got him.
it's like, I'm not alone.
Yeah, every once in a while. Or like you pinch your hands and you're like, no, I got to do it to make it even on my other ones.
Like it's not right. Or when
Yeah.
you're like, I can feel it.
when I just did it to myself.
What
where it's,
is
like,
that?
Uneven. I don't know.
Does anybody else have that problem?
I don't think anybody knows what we're talking about at
They're
this
like,
point.
what is going? You just started in the middle of a fucking conversation. What is happening? Hi, guys.
Hi.
How's life?
my life? Yeah, they're not
'cause,
here to answer.
Yeah, they won't tell you shit.
Yeah, my life's pretty good. How's yours?
Oh my God. It's way better now. Let me just jump into my goddamn.
All right, let's hear it. Lay it on me.
It's a bummer one this week. I am just
no.
fucking tired. I am so tired. You know when
Yeah.
life
Yeah.
is just so much.
Too much.
You know when life is life.
Yeah, when life's too hard at your face.
It's been life in my face. And I've been staying pretty fucking motivated though, like through all of life's
yeah.
things. And so, you know, mentally I'm doing okay. Like normally I'd probably be in shambles in the corner just like fucking leave me alone. But like I feel like I can't fucking get anything accomplished. Like I feel like I'm giving everything 100,010 million%. And then at the end of the day, I don't get to check anything off my list because I just gave everything like 1% of me. You know, like, you know how you
yeah.
just spread yourself too thin?
Yeah.
So that's my goddamn is that I spread myself too thin and I did not get the Patreon ready in time this fucking week. So it'll be a week late. And I know nobody cares. I know everybody's like, cool, whatever. I'll fucking listen to it next week. But in my mind, I'm like, I've let the world down. But it's only because I'm just tired. Like if I weren't, so if I just let myself rest, like tomorrow morning, I'll wake up and I'll be like, not a big fucking deal. But today I was like, this is the biggest deal.
Yeah, you
Ever.
just feel disappointed.
Yeah,
that
I hate that
sucks.
feeling. But here we are.
Here we are. And then they get one this week, they get one next week, they get 2 next week. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, everything's
They're
fine.
going to be so excited.
It's not that serious, y'all.
It's not that serious. The
gotta
cases
tell
are very
myself that.
serious. It's
Although-
not that serious.
Actually, I feel really great now. This was probably like 2 hours ago that I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah. Before I showed up in all of my
Exactly.
glory.
And then now you're here and I'm like, wow, this is fun.
Oh my gosh.
Everything's great. Nobody's going to get flying fuck. But in my head, I'm like, this is ours.
Well,
out.
Don't worry. I'm still here for you.
Thank you.
And put yourself together in a nice little
Oh my
blob
God.
again.
Here I am.
Scrape yourself back together.
They-
You're too thin, so scrape yourself up.
I get it. I get it now. I didn't initially.
you're
I was
like
like, that's weird, but okay.
T1000. You just
Or
gotta
Alec
join yourself
Mack.
back
Alex
up.
Mack? The Strange World of Alex Mack?
Don't know it.
Was it Alex or Alec?
Don't know.
Anyway, some people out there who were Nickelodeon kids know what I'm talking about. She was like an alien from outer space, and then she could just turn herself into like a blob of mercury.
Yeah, that's T-1000.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why I was just also telling you it's also Alex Mack.
Oh, got it.
And she would just be like, this is embarrassing. Blah, 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 blah.
I mean,
And just fucking mercury poisoning out of here.
could you imagine? That would be great. I would love that skill.
Am I saying that right? Mercury?
Nope. Nope.
Help me.
Mercury.
Merc? Rural. I can say that one now.
Rural.
Say it again.
Mercury.
Mercury. There we go.
There you go.
Mercury. I know I can do it. I just can't right now.
It's like a merc.
A merkin?
Yeah.
A mercury.
Mercury.
Merc.
Mercury. You said Mercury?
Mercury. Like I'm struggling. Mercury.
Mercury. Anyway, you want to hear my goddamn?
Fuck yeah, I do.
So,
Tell me.
my favorite coworker at work, he bought like 87 pounds of pistachios.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And
You were going to shit nuts for weeks.
100%.
Your poop is going to be so hard.
I fucking love pistachios. And
They're so good.
So good.
That's really expensive. He must be a millionaire.
He may have been. I was like, where'd you get all these pistachios? He's like, somebody gave us like fucking 6 pounds of it. And I was like, thanks for
Were they
finally
like
bringing
from
them
a
in.
farm?
I don't know.
Or
I
like
don't know.
from Costco, like in the pistachio bag?
Did not ask questions.
Okay.
He's putting them in a container that has a twist top that is not the container that they came in.
Of
but
course.
like so that
it's like the giant cheese ball container.
it's literally the giant pretzel peanut butter container. So same thing, you know?
Yep.
So every morning.
What's up with that different generation just reusing all of that shit?
It is definitely a different generation. Yeah. Because he's like, I saved these. I have a wall of them.
Oh my God. Every time my mom, like, because my mom will come over and do dishes or whatever, she will always save like left out container. And like you're gonna reuse these.
Like
and I'm
sour
like,
cream
Mom, that is
containers?
trash. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
no, get it out of here.
I save them sometimes, or Brandon will save them sometimes because the kids, they're really good for snacks.
Yeah.
And it's like, here, throw your
I
goldfish
get
in
it.
there.
They also
and
hold screws and shit, but I'm just like,
I don't want it. Yeah. I don't need this Greek yogurt thing.
Mainly because I don't
reminding
have a fucking place to put it. I'm
That's
sure if I had a place to
me.
put it, I
I
wouldn't
got a
give
little
fine.
Tupperware fucking spinner. Anyway.
Exactly. I'm like, this is your plate. I don't want this thing back.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. It's not a fucking cup.
And then you have 1,000 lids because you never use the lid to them.
No.
Like you're not actually packing food in it.
It's just for kid snacks.
Yeah.
For screws.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So a lot of fucking pistachios. And every morning I've been eating these goddamn pistachios. And then he started packing me little bags of pistachios, like, because he has bags. And he's like, boom, here's your breakfast, basically. And he gives them to me. And I have a little pack to take to my office so that I can eat them there. He loves me. It's
That's
great.
so cute.
My trash can is literally filled with pistachio shells,
Is
right?
your tongue raw?
Yes, and it's so good. And you know how sometimes you get like a weird one, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So
and it tastes like green.
yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like,
And you're like, that one's weird. Or like sometimes it is burnt. I don't know. Sometimes
Yeah.
it just you get a weird one.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes you get a stick.
I was eating them, and
Oh no.
I went for one, and I went to open it, and
No.
it fucking broke my nail, my thumbnail, it like all the way down to the nail bed, and I was like, ooh, motherfucker, right?
Oh,
so now
God.
I have the shortest nail in history. On
First
this
of all,
nail.
you're psycho that you just use your fingers.
What do you use?
My teeth.
Oh, I don't put the whole shell in my mouth. I only eat the inside.
Oh, I don't put the whole shell in my mouth. I suck that shit dry. Clean? Clean. Not dry. It's wet in my
You
mouth.
suck it wet.
And then I stick it out because I want the salt.
Yeah.
And then I hold it with one finger and I crack it against like my bottom tooth to like bust it open, and then I eat the nut, and then I throw the shell in the cup.
No, I put them all on my desk. And
Your
then
fingers must be so dusty when you eat them.
Yes. True. I
That makes
have
me not feel good.
napkins. I don't lick my fingers anyway, so
Yeah.
it's very clean. I open them, they're dry. I don't
Yeah.
know. I
Yeah, I don't
open
like
them,
it.
I take the fucking middle out and I eat that, and then I throw the rest away. And I was cracking it with my fucking thumbnail, and it broke my goddamn thumbnail, and it's so short, right? And I
You
was
got
like,
shivved.
can't keep me down, right?
No, not.
So I was still going. Fucking other one.
No.
Same exact thing happened.
That's why you gotta use your teeth.
All the way down to my nail bed. Both of my fucking thumbs
Are you
are
okay?
broken.
Does
right?
it hurt?
No, they're just really, really short. And
Oh.
like this one's still kind of fucked up, so it catches on stuff. Listen, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But I was like, you can't stop me. Right?
What finger had to blow out next?
I just had to, I went for the open ones. I was like, I'll save the closed ones for like when my nails grow back. So
What do you do? Question.
uh-huh.
What do you do when it's like barely tiny little tip? You still use your fingers?
Just like barely open?
Yeah, or do you crack it?
I have cracked it with my mouth before. Yeah. If it like won't go, or I'll try and like smash it with like the end of a pen or something.
Oh my God, okay. You're getting all aggro over there. Okay, I just pop that sucker and I'm like,
hammer. I'm like a nutcracker.
Yeah, you literally
on my
are.
desk. They explode. So then sometimes it's easier to put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
So, but I was like, you can keep me down, right? I got my nails. It's fine. So I was just opening the open ones and eating those. And then I opened one and it was kind of brown inside and I screamed and I dropped it because I was like, that's fucking weird, right?
Mm-hmm. Was it a worm?
Stacey.
Was it a worm?
There was a fucking worm in it.
I know that they have worms.
Stacey.
Yeah.
I ate so many of them.
It's normal for them to have worms.
That doesn't... No.
It doesn't make it better.
No.
Was it alive?
No.
Okay, yeah.
It was like the tiniest little worm and he
What did he look like? Tell me about it.
It was so gross.
Was he brown?
Yes. It was like brown / tan / like a little tiny mealworm type of looking thing.
Mm-hmm. I think it's pretty normal.
Yeah.
I don't.
So I've heard.
I've never seen it. I've heard that, like, don't you know pistachios have worms or something?
Yeah.
But how more terrifying is it that I just eat it into my mouth?
Oh, trust me. I was thinking about that the entire time you were telling me that. I was like, this bitch would have had a worm land in her fucking mouth.
And I still eat them that way.
No, I can't eat pistachios anymore. They're gone. Yeah. They're dead to me. I have a whole fucking bag in my office on my desk because I'm like, can't throw them away, right? They're expensive.
What are you going to do come Monday when he gives you a new little baggie? You guys have a routine.
Oh, I told him.
Oh.
I told him, and I was like, no more.
What did he say?
He laughed at me and told me I was stupid. And I was like, no, I can't. Like, I physically can't.
Said, no more.
No more. This is done. This arrangement is finished.
I have to cut it off.
And I told him about it, and he's like, you're like, so just no more pistachios ever. And I was like, yeah. Like, that's how apples died to me. Fool me fucking once, you're dead.
I just eat the animals, and I'm like, well, I mean, as long as I don't know about it. It's once I know about it that it's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Well, yeah, if I popped it open and saw a worm, then I'd be good on pistachios for a hot minute.
Yeah.
But I'd go back to it.
We'll see how I feel in a couple weeks.
You know what I would do, though, is I'd be, like, checking them, and then when I see that, like, I don't find another one, I'd be like, oh, that was just a fluke.
No.
But I also have pantry moths, so...
Yeah, am I the gross one now? I'm eating fucking wormy pistachios.
No, because you're grossed out by it.
Oh, thank God.
Had you continued to eat them like I was just saying I would have done.
Like, oh, that was just the one.
Yeah.
There's just one guy in there. Yeah. It's not like he has a family.
If he were alive, hard pass.
Oh, God.
Like that one time I had that fucking goddamn fly in my mouth.
Oh, God.
I almost said ant like 8 times.
Yeah. Oh, that's so gross.
No, thank you.
The girl that I work with kept calling it a maggot. And I was like, you need to stop.
Ugh. I think broccoli has worms, too.
Stop it. I like broccoli. Don't say that. I've never had a broccoli worm. Don't.
You just don't know that
Stop
you've had a
right
broccoli
now.
worm.
Stop it right now.
All right. Are you ready for my case this week?
I am. Let's do it.
I got a doozy that evidently is another semi-well-known one because there's like a 2020 and shit on it.
Oh.
But I hadn't heard it, so here we go.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I'm going to tell you about Cherie Miller.
Cherie Miller.
It could be Sherry, but I'm going to call her Cherie.
Okay.
Because it's festive. Just like I say, Nesquik.
Nesquik.
Nesquik. Ramen. Cherie.
Cherie.
Okay, so Cherie Miller was born in 1971 in Flint, Michigan.
Ooh.
So she had that Michigan water.
Well, hopefully it was better then.
I think it was like...
Worse? I think it got worse over time.
Yeah.
Like I think like now they're like, there's a problem still.
Yeah. I don't know how old were those pipes in Michigan?
Probably from the 70s.
What?
Probably from the 70s. I don't know. Maybe
I don't either.
The 50s.
How often do you replace piping?
I don't know. Is that what the problem was?
I should fucking... yeah. Sorry. I didn't mean to like at you.
Stupid.
That was so rude of me. I'm really sorry.
I never looked into the problem because it doesn't affect me.
Yeah, god damn it. We're like the worst people ever. Yeah, no, like all the piping and shit is like fucking filled with lead or something very bad.
Yeah,
so it's poisoning the water. And so they have to replace the entire infrastructure, and everybody's like, that's going to cost a lot of money, and then have done nothing about it.
And so they're just like, so we're not gonna.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. That was the last time I looked at it.
Yeah.
And then, like, fucking the world fell apart. So I'm pretty sure, because the joke is that Flint, Michigan still doesn't have clean water.
Yeah, I don't think it's a joke.
No, but I mean, like, it in memes and stuff, it'll be like, we have this, but Flint, Michigan still doesn't have clean water.
Yeah. Okay, so she's from Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, that was a whole tangent about. Sorry. It's going to happen a lot.
Before the water was too terrible.
Yeah, and she had a rough upbringing.
Oh.
Her mother had several men that would come in and out of their lives. And at the age of 3, some of these men that her mother brought around had started to sexually abuse her.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. She, grows up, whatever. I don't really know a lot about anything else. But she ends up marrying her first husband when she's 17.
Damn.
But the marriage doesn't work out because they were 17.
Yeah.
And she remarried again. However, that marriage didn't work out also. So by 1999, she was a twice divorced young mother of 3 children.
Okay.
To make ends meet, she got herself a job at a local scrapyard that was owned by a man by the name of Bruce Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Bruce was a hardworking man who was born and raised in Flint, Michigan as well. So he's a local. And he had worked at General Motors most of his career. However, he had retired and opened up the scrapyard after his retirement.
Okay.
Now, he's in his 40s. Mm-hmm. And she's in her 20s.
Okay.
And when he had first hired Cherie, he was not really interested in her romantically or anything like that.
But then he got to know her a little bit.
But then they boned. No, I don't know about that part. But I guess Cherie was she had her eyes set on Bruce, was head over heels for him, was that's going to be the man I'm going to marry. And again, there's a 20-year age gap. So I'm pretty sure that's why he was that's kind of weird. But then was yep, this lady's all into me. I'm fucking for it.
I don't think it would take a lot of convincing to get a 40-year-old to be like, oh my gosh, this much younger woman likes me.
Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, let's see how this goes.
Exactly. So the pair start to partake in a relationship together. Mm-hmm. And after 4 months of dating, the couple elope and got married in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 months.
4 fucking months. And they were like, you are the light of my life.
Jesus.
Let's go to Vegas and elope.
Yeah, that's quick. That's
after a quick whatever.
Not a lot of planning.
Exactly. And it's November 8th, 1999. And Cherie becomes concerned when 48-year-old Bruce doesn't show up for dinner. And so she calls Bruce's brother.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were going to say wife, and I was like, whoa.
Nope. Calls Bruce's brother and says, hey, can you go check on him at work? He's supposed to be home. He's not answering his phone. Can you go check on him? I'm at home with the kids. I need some fucking help. So his brother goes to Bruce's scrapyard, and when he walks into the office, he finds Bruce lying on the floor, covered in blood, with 2 gunshot wounds to his upper body.
Uh-oh.
He was unresponsive. He was dead. Clearly he had passed.
Yeah.
And the phone was near him on the floor as if he were murdered while he were on a phone call. Now, before I jump into the investigation and all of that, let me tell you a little bit about, Cherie and Bruce's home life.
Okay, but hold on.
Yeah.
How long do you stay on the phone with that person if you hear that, if you're on the other line?
Yeah, you're like, hello? And then nobody fucking calls help?
Anyway, Bruce?
Nobody fucking called help? Maybe they didn't know what had happened. This has happened to me.
But you assume that there's what the fuck is that? Ah!
Maybe.
Bang, bang.
But maybe he was shot in the back or something, and he had no idea.
You'd still hear 2 loud bangs and then nothing?
And you're like, hello?
You hear steps. You hear whew, that was hard.
Adios, turd nugget.
All right, well.
No, that is insensitive.
Call me back when
you're free.
Get a chance.
Well, yeah, well.
Do you just wait there and you're like, oh, thank God someone found him?
I don't know.
Do you call 911?
I don't know.
What do you do?
Well, because I was thinking, it's not that odd because I have been on a phone call before and there's a calamity and then the phone call ends and I'm like, well, they either just died in a fiery crash or they dropped their phone or some shit, But you're right, it wouldn't hang up.
Yeah, it wouldn't hang up.
Maybe he wasn't on the phone with somebody yet.
Oh, he was just dialing.
Yeah.
And then they answered and we're like, hello? No one's there.
And then hung up. Creepy. Okay, so before I jump into the investigation, right, I'm going to tell you about Cherie and Bruce's home life.
Okay.
Marrying Bruce had provided a lot of stability for Cherie and her children.
I bet.
Financially speaking.
Mm-hmm.
They all moved into Bruce's home. He owned his own business. He was retired, probably getting a pension from General Motors, all this stuff, right?
Yeah, he's living the dream.
And she was a struggling mother of 3 children. So
yeah.
In order to maintain that financial stability, Bruce worked long hours at the scrapyard. Plus, it's his business, right?
Yeah.
Well, not long after they married, Cherie began to get bored at home, and she would log on to AOL chat rooms to pass the time. You remember AOL?
Different times,
America Online. That was the dial-up. Good job. Okay, so we're talking 1999, so chat rooms are fairly new territory, right? In these chat rooms, she would hit on and flirt with other men, and she was like a catfish, basically. She's in full online relationship with other people in these chat rooms.
Oh, no.
And she's making up personas for each person. I don't know if it's the same
for
persona.
herself or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, like she's making up her own stories for each person.
That's kind of shady.
Super shady. So she would form these relationships with the men online, and she would spend hours all day talking to them while Bruce was at work. And like kids are at school or whatever. And she's like, it was an addiction. Like I would get online and just like fucking do this all day.
Yeah.
In one of these chat rooms, she ends up meeting a man by the name of Jerry Cassidy. And he was a former homicide detective who was now working as a pit boss in a casino in Reno.
Okay, that just sounds classic, you know?
Okay, here's the thing. I don't know if I wrote this down, but I guess he was a homicide detective, and Jerry had found out that his boss was actually covering up and hiding evidence in active murder cases. And so he blew the whistle and outed his boss.
Oh.
But in the process, he committed like
Some
career suicide.
Yeah.
Because now nobody wants to work with him.
Which is fucking stupid. I don't
Yeah,
want to work
like-
with him because he's going to tell on me if I fuck around.
If I don't do something right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's that say?
Yeah, what does that say about you?
Yeah.
Or about the
This
culture
whole-
of this place.
Yeah.
The
Precisely.
police.
Yeah. So then he basically was fired or let go or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he
Asked to resign.
Yeah, exactly. And so he ended up taking fucking a job at the casino.
Wow.
So the two began talking daily, Cherie and Jerry, and eventually Cherie decided to fly to Nevada to meet him in person.
Bitch, you can't do that. You have a whole ass husband.
You got a whole fucking life back in Flint, yo.
Yeah.
You got 3 kids?
Three
Two
kids.
3 kids?
And they're not his kids. So it's not even like you're just like, all right, you got halves.
Yeah, watch the kids.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess what she would do is she would sell Mary Kay like every fucking stay-at-home mom, especially in the early 2000s, late 99s.
Yeah.
And so she would tell Bruce, like, hey, I need to fly to Nevada for a Mary Kay convention.
Oh, no.
And he would fucking believe her. And then
pay
he'd go
for
hang
it?
out with, and he'd go hang out with, she would go hang out with Jerry. And like bone Jerry and shit.
What a bitch.
Can you believe that?
No, that's awful.
Oh my God. Okay, so Bruce fully believed her, right?
Yeah. Oh, poor Bruce.
And Sherry did this a few times. Like, it wasn't just one occasion. She would fly out. And we're talking a span of months. Like, it's not years. It's like a span of months.
Yeah.
So, like, how many conventions do you have? And I thought that was like once a year. I have some questions.
Yeah, that's true. And they're all in Nevada?
Yeah, that's weird.
They're not moving around or anything?
Super suspicious.
Yeah.
Cherie, when she was with Jerry, would tell him that Bruce was an awful husband and that he was abusive and that he would beat on her.
Oh, my
but
gosh.
Bruce was not like this at all.
Yeah.
She also told Jerry that she was super rich, and at this time in Jerry's life, he was really struggling because he just lost his career and everything.
Yeah.
He was also struggling with alcoholism because of that, because of losing his career and everything.
Yeah.
So he was like really down in the dumps, and this pretty 20-something-year-old is like, you know, he found online and they're so in love, and she's in this
an
abusive relation.
I'm going to come in and white knight her.
Yeah, but she's rich and he's hard on his luck. So he's like, you know, let's run off together and start a life together. And, you know, this will be
God.
great, right? She's like a little ray of sunshine in his day.
Yeah.
So Cherie would send Jerry pictures of these quote unquote bruises that Bruce had given her, but they were literally just makeup.
Oh.
But Jerry believed the pictures.
Yeah.
And so she literally was like giving receipts for the stories that she was conjuring up.
Oh, my God.
And Jerry started to really become concerned for her well-being, right?
Well, and he's a homicide detective.
Yeah, so he's
or
like,
he
I see all
was.
these red flags.
Yeah,
this is
presumably.
concerning.
He's like, oh, this is going to escalate.
You're going to end up dead.
Yeah.
That's not good. So after one of the many visits that Cherie took to Vegas to be with Jerry, she came back and she was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant and you're the dad. Like, you're the father. And Jerry was so excited because remember, he wants to go have this life with her.
And now he kind of has a window or an
Yeah,
opportunity.
Let's go, I'll be a father to all of your kids. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And she would even send him like pictures of sonograms or ultrasounds or whatever.
Was she actually pregnant?
She was not actually pregnant.
Oh my God.
She was using ultrasounds from when her 5-year-old was born. So like 5-year-old ultrasounds.
Oh, don't they have dates on them?
I know. I'm like, we need to teach these men how to read this shit.
I know,
like,
right?
Look in the upper right-hand corner. Yeah. It will date it. Or the upper left will tell you everything about the female and when her due date is.
Yeah. This due date's a couple years off.
Yeah. What is this? That's questionable. She would also send him pictures of her pregnant belly, but she literally was just pooching her belly out and then would like wrap her arms around it in the way that pregnant women do.
I could do that right now.
I could too. And she was like, yeah, I would just like, blow it out to make it look like that. And he fucking believed it. And
I believe, though. If she's had 3 kids.
Yeah.
I've had 2 kids, and I'm like I'm a solid 5 months pregnant right now.
Exactly. When I'm relaxed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If I held it the right way, you'd be like, aw.
Cute. And you're like, that's my burrito baby.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to poop it out later, hopefully.
Hope it comes out easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she even says later, like, I knew he would believe it because he wanted it so bad.
Oh, that's really sad.
So she continues to tell Jerry all of these lies about Bruce. She even says he's in the mafia and that he's beating on her and she's scared for her life, like crazy ass stories.
God.
Then, as the time goes on, she obviously can't fake the pregnancy anymore because you got to get more and more pregnant and like produce a baby.
You know how that works?
Yeah. So what she decided to do was tell Jerry that Bruce had beat her so bad that she miscarried Jerry's child.
That's fucked up.
Jesus titty fucking Christ. This is like a goddamn episode of Montel Williams or some shit.
Yeah.
Or Jerry Springer. Like,
yeah.
Holy fucking shit. Like, for your lies to get deeper and the fact that you know this person IRL. Like, this is concerning.
Yeah. Well, it's really fucked up, too, because that person, Jerry, loved that baby.
I know.
Like,
that was his
He wanted that baby.
kid.
So he loved that baby.
So he just lost a child.
Exactly.
That's
to someone
fucked.
else. Like, that baby was murdered.
By a man who is also abusing his lover.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
This is not a good recipe.
No, Cherie, it's not. What a terrible idea.
Oh, my God.
So this whole time, Jerry's falling in love, head over heels with her. He even goes and tells his mom, like, I found the love of my life.
How old is Jerry? Roughly?
I want to say he's probably, like, in between.
Like, not as old as Bruce, but not as young as her?
Yeah.
It's kind of what I was picturing.
Yeah. I mean, like, he was a homicide detective, so you got to figure a little older to get there.
Yeah. Let's get there and then get out of it.
Yeah.
So he's probably 30s.
That's what I was thinking, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Something like that.
I'm okay with that.
Sorry I didn't look it up or write it down.
That's
Maybe
okay.
I did later. We'll see. Okay, so she says, like, hey, he beat me up so bad I lost the baby. She even sent him pictures of her bruised stomach to prove that, like, he had punched her or whatever.
God.
And so he's heartbroken.
Yeah.
And you're not going to believe this, but she does this fucking stunt again. Like, she goes out and visits Jerry, comes back, and
is
then
pregnant again?
Is pregnant again, but this time with fucking twins.
What?
Fucking spoiler alert, she's not pregnant. But she tells him, I'm pregnant with twins, and these twins are your baby. What the fuck? You got out of it the first time.
Yeah.
With your stupid ass fucking lie.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Twins. And guess what? Poor Jerry is like, fuck yeah. 2 babies. Like, he's stoked.
Wouldn't you, after the first baby was quote unquote murdered, like, be like, hey, maybe let's fix this situation first
before we carry on? Like,
before
we really got to do
another
something?
one? Yeah.
Maybe he was saying that. I don't really know. But, like, what the fuck?
Oh, my God.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's awful.
And he took the goddamn bait, this poor guy. Okay, so she also, Cherie, starts to send emails to Jerry pretending to be Bruce. So she's, like, created this fake email account for Bruce.
So now she's stirring drama?
Yes.
What is this?
I don't fucking know. Okay, so later on she does say, like, oh, I did this so that Jerry will leave me alone because he would see that he's placing me in danger. But I'm calling fucking bullshit. I think she just likes to stir shit up.
Yeah.
So then she sends an email pretending to be Bruce to Jerry and telling Jerry that Bruce had just found out that Cherie was pregnant and that he forced her to go get an abortion.
Bro.
From Bruce to Jerry. So now Jerry thinks Bruce is telling him, like, hey, man, I fucking know about your infidelity. I know you're boning my wife. I know you knocked her up with twins, and I forced her to get an abortion. So Jerry's fucking furious that this man now has forced his lover
to kill 3 of his babies.
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
So
this is sick.
I don't even know if this is real. I'm like, should I have all of my sources came from fucking Wikipedia, whatever, But I kept thinking, like, is this a plot to a fucking movie?
Right.
Like, this can't be real.
Well, that's like, I don't know. Like, I don't even want to call it like a mental health thing because it's like, where is the gratification? From her.
I guess, like, living this different life, probably the attention, like, too, from
drama?
Jerry.
Yeah,
for Jerry
attention.
being like, oh, my God, I'm so concerned about your well-being.
Bruce is, too, my man.
I know, but maybe, well, obviously, she was using Bruce for his money.
Yeah.
For the financial stability. She didn't actually love him.
That's so fucked up, man.
Yeah, she was just like, oh, God, we got to give it. She set her eyes on him because she's like, he's got a business. He's got a pension. I'm going to fucking go live off of that guy's life. That's what she watched her mom do growing up too. All these guys coming in and out of her life. I don't know if her mom like went this far, but she
didn't have a good example of a good relationship.
No, it doesn't sound like it. So obviously now Jerry and Cherie decide that we have to get rid of Bruce. That's the only answer.
Obviously.
And he's in the mafia and everything. He's never going to leave her alone if she just leaves. So Bruce has to die.
Oh, my God.
So they decide that Jerry is going to fly from Nevada to Michigan and that he would shoot Bruce while he was alone at his scrapyard.
Mm-hmm.
And so they go ahead with the plan, and Jerry flies out to Michigan. And when he arrives, Cherie meets up with him at a truck stop and then gives him her cell phone and tells him, like, this is where you can find Bruce right now. This is, where he works. Here's how you should do it. Go into his office, whatever, shoot him. And she says, I'll call him so he's on the phone so that he will be there.
Oh, my God.
So she was the motherfucker on the phone when he got shot.
Well, I guess that's when you hang up. That answers that question.
Exactly.
How fucked up is that?
She fucking listened to it?
Oh,
what
my
the
God.
fuck?
That's literally like...
Psycho?
Yeah.
Psycho killer?
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
I don't know the next part. But anyway... Yeah, so that's what he does. So
that's
Jerry,
so fucked up.
Jerry drives to Bruce's scrapyard, walks in the office, shoots him in the neck and the upper back. And that's when he dies. And then Cherie fakes like, oh no, Bruce didn't show up for dinner. Fucking calls his brother to go find his dead body. That's so fucked up, man. All of this is fucked up. Insane.
Oh my God. And also, aren't they going to have phone records that she was the last person on the phone with him?
Okay, well... It's fucking 1999, so I don't know how far. Maybe she called from like a fucking cell.
My dad had fucking records of his phone bill. Everybody that we
true.
called.
You could find. Yeah, that's true. But maybe she called from a payphone. I don't fucking know. But this happened on November 8th, 1999, right?
Okay.
So keep in mind that Bruce and Cherie were married in April of 99, so they had been together for 7 months.
Okay.
All of this happened in 7 months. She got fucking knocked up twice. Allegedly.
Yeah.
In 7 months. And she traveled at least twice to see Jerry in 7 months. Like, Jesus Christ.
On fucking Bruce's dime, too.
I know. Isn't that fucked up?
Insult to injury. That's so fucked up.
Exactly. Oh, my God. Okay, so anyway, Jerry flees, right? The scene of the crime.
Yeah.
And he calls Cherie and lets the phone ring once to let her know that the deed is done, and then he hangs up. And that was like her signal.
Yeah.
So another phone record.
Paper trail.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta get that marked.
Fucking exactly. And I guess he called from her cell phone. I don't really know. I was trying to figure out why she gave her phone to him. But probably to call. It's 99. That cell phone had to be a fucking brick. Like an Ericsson.
It's a Nokia.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so meanwhile, back at the scene of the crime, right?
Yeah.
The cops start an investigation on Bruce's death. They have no idea that Cherie has fucking planned this whole entire thing.
Yeah.
And they discover that an employee of Bruce by the name of John Hutchinson had owed Bruce $2,000.
Uh-oh.
And Cherie told the cops, like, hey, man, Bruce and John had been arguing about that money. You might want to look at John.
What a fucking pot stirrer this bitch
Oh, my
is.
God. She's got some fucking balls. And I'm pretty sure this is just natural for her. Like you don't look nervous or anything because it's just how she lives her life.
Oh, my God.
Isn't that crazy? Okay, so the police...
She's ruining so many people's lives right now.
Yes, all because she fucking has online relations. Nobody cares.
Because she's addicted to AOL.
Nobody fucking cares.
Everyone fucking was.
Yeah, who wasn't? Do you remember those chat rooms?
Yeah, I do. I agreed to meet so many people that I shouldn't have. Sorry, Dad. Hope you're not listening.
Honestly, right? Like, all the things that, like, are
ASL?
now obviously... Yeah, exactly. Everything that's super obvious now is, like... You know, they would tell us, like, don't give away any of your information. And I knew not to do that, but you would fucking play along forever.
We were learning. I talked to strangers on the phone.
Oh, my God, on the phone?
Yeah.
I don't think I did phone, but I had people saved as, like, friends that I had never met just because we liked, like, Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
You know? Like, oh, you like Malcolm in the Middle, too?
Cool. Let's talk about it. Dewey's my favorite.
Let's be friends on AOL.
Dewey's no one's favorite.
It was Reese for some reason.
Yeah. It's always Reese.
Mm-hmm. He was, like, the dumb one.
Yeah. But he was cool.
And funny.
Yeah. And just kind of a dick. I think we had a type.
I think we do have a type, huh? Anyway, okay, so the police start to zero in on John as their number one suspect for Bruce's murder.
Oh
but
my God, how fucked up. Hopefully he has an airtight alibi.
Well, John continues to maintain his innocence through every interrogation, but the police are like, we fucking know you did it. And he's like... interviewing his fucking brother and shit and like going into his family, all this other crap. So poor John is over here being like tortured basically. Nobody fucking believes him.
Well, and even if he comes out like clean from it all, you always have that on you where like you were the main suspect in a murder case.
Oh God, how awful. Cherie continues to live in Bruce's home and starts to not be as attentive or anything to Jerry online anymore after Bruce is dead because Jerry just killed Bruce for her
anymore. Yeah.
And starts to cut him out of her life.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. Now, remember, Jerry hasn't been to her house that I'm aware of or anything. So, like, she can just do that. And just
he
not
doesn't
answer
know where
her phone.
she lives.
Yeah, like, just not answer her phone or anything. So, she starts to date other men online.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and Jerry starts to question their relationship because he thought after Bruce was out of the picture, they were going to run off and be together. And she was like, nope, thanks. I got his life insurance. I got his business. I got everything. Police aren't even looking at me. Like, later, Jerry. Yes.
What a bitch.
What a fucking bitch. So she starts to date the other men online. He starts to question his relationship, and he quickly realizes that he was just a pawn in her fucking grand scheme of everything to get Bruce's money. And she openly admits now that this was like a game for her to see like how far she can get these men to go for her and all that stuff.
Oh, my God.
And she literally had just used Bruce for his life insurance. Like she was never in love with him and for his business, whatever. Now, she does say, like, well, I didn't just use him for the money. Like, it wasn't for the life insurance. I had him killed because he was going to find out that I was online all the time and having all these other relationships. And, like, I didn't want to get caught. But I'm pretty sure she just wanted some life insurance money. Like, nobody fucking cares that much if you get caught.
Yeah.
That's dumb. I don't know. That's my personal opinion, but whatever.
Also, if you get caught, you'd be like, sorry, I won't do that again.
Yeah. Should we get a divorce? I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, it seems like she had a fucking thing. Like, she's like, I'm going to use all of these men in my life, and I'm going to get what I want out of them.
Oh, my God.
Maybe that's what she saw from her mom and is, like, redoing that. I'm speculating here.
Yeah.
I don't know that part, but, like...
How horrible. What
she
a
was
fucked
not
up
in
mentality.
love. I know. So then, on February 11th, 2000, Jerry Cassidy was found dead in his home with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head.
Oh, baby.
Isn't this so sad?
I mean, you did murder a dude.
I know.
So,
and he's a homicide detective.
Yeah.
He thought he would never get caught. You know, like he's a homicide detective.
Yeah.
Like he knows what to fucking do.
But he didn't get caught.
He didn't.
Did he, however, leave a note?
He did. Under the bed, there was a briefcase. And in that briefcase, there was a suicide note. Now, side note about this briefcase, when the police came, they thought it was a fucking bomb or some shit. And so they had a whole bomb squad come in. I don't know if it's because he was a homicide detective and they were like, he's rigged the place. I don't fucking know. But this story is so goddamn crazy that
It's very diehard.
I'm not even surprised.
Yeah.
So it was just a briefcase.
It was just a suicide note.
It was just a suicide note. And it
Why is it in a briefcase?
Well, it came with other things. It came with fucking receipts, girl.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay.
What we got?
Okay,
Ultrasound pictures?
So he wrote out in his suicide note that he had discovered that Cherie had been lying about everything and that she had used him to kill Bruce and so she could collect the insurance money. Mm-hmm. He had printed out all of their chat logs and all of the hotel reservations and airline receipts and everything. Yeah, and he put it in the fucking briefcase. He's like, I'm going to off myself because I killed somebody and I can't live with myself anymore, which is so sad. But
That's
like
really
you said, he
up.
can't kill somebody.
Yeah.
But still,
But he
got
gave them the
fucking
entire
used.
case file, basically.
Yeah.
Like, here
he
you go.
fucking not framed her because she did it, but like gave away all of the evidence, painted the entire story for them. Like, hey, I got used in this.
Oh my God.
You need to go after this chick.
Do you think he knew at that time that the babies weren't real?
Yeah. He realized that she was lying the whole time. Yeah. Yeah.
How fucked up.
So heartbreaking. And he's like mad at himself because he's a detective. He feels like he should have known better. But he was in a state of his own need, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's hard. He got manipulated. Like,
yeah, he did.
You can't, I don't know. You can't really blame someone for falling for something like that, especially if they're in like a vulnerable place. You can blame someone for murdering another person. Not saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's still not okay.
That was fucking crazy back there, Jerry.
Yeah.
But also, he was an alcoholic. I wonder if he was drunk or anything. Not that it makes it okay. I'm just wondering.
Yeah. I don't know.
So this was enough evidence to have Cherie arrested for Bruce's murder. The police were like, oh, shit, you're coming with me.
Oh, my God.
Now, the whole time, Cherie is, like, not worried at all because she's so used to, like, talking herself out of everything that she really feels like she could just smooth this whole thing over. And she's not tripping.
I'm just going to talk to the cops and smooth this whole thing over.
Exactly. She's like, historically speaking, I've been able to manipulate people pretty well. So, like, she's not worried at all. She does not feel like she's going to be in prison or jail or whatever. Nothing.
Girl, you're out of your league right now, though.
Yeah, you're fucked, right?
Yeah.
So, she claims, because the police are like, yeah, but look at all these fucking receipts. And she's like, oh, no, all of that stuff in his briefcase is all forged and faked. Like, Jerry was a detective. He knew how to forge this kind of stuff. And it's the early 2000s. So, like, the police are like, wait, how does this work? Can you just forge this? So they, like, fucking call up AOL. And they're like, hey, these chat room logs, like, can you forge these? And they're like, I mean, probably. But, like, she probably didn't. But I guess probably she could. You could, possibly.
But then
know.
Couldn't they just, like, find IP? Like, from the username or whatever?
I don't know if they could do that then. I don't really fucking know when that forensic shit came about. I mean,
yeah, I don't
know. I don't know. But they had to, like, check. And AOL was like, yes, it is possible, but it's not likely at all. And so police run with that. They're like, okay, cool. For sure she did this shit. So she goes on trial for second-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder, and she's found guilty and given life in fucking prison.
Murder?
Murder.
Who are they saying she murdered?
Bruce.
Oh, okay.
And conspiracy to commit murder. Now, while she's in prison, she's granted an appeal.
Oh, my God.
Because a judge found that during her trial, Jerry's suicide note was used as evidence and that it shouldn't have been because he was dead and couldn't be cross-examined. So they're like, you got to scrap that out of the trial. That could have swayed the jury's opinion one way or another. And it shouldn't have been admissible. So you get an appeal.
Wow.
So on July 16th, 2009, a federal court judge ordered Cherie's immediate release from prison on bond. Doesn't this story just get fucking wilder and wilder? And the next day, the prosecution immediately had her rearrested.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure she's still, like, she never actually got out, right?
Yeah. Like, on her way out, they were like, and we're going to have you come right back through processing?
Exactly. So that's exactly what it was. So they, like, pulled her out of the prison and then put her in jail. Like, they reprocessed her in jail waiting for her trial.
Yeah.
However, Cherie appealed this new trial because the trial date was set, right? And they're like, okay, you got to wait here until your trial date. And she appealed the new trial. And so it was put on hold pending that appeal. And she was released from jail on a $100,000 bond.
Oh, my God.
So she had to pay a giant bond, but she paid it, probably with fucking Bruce's life insurance.
Yeah.
And then she was out on bond.
Well, and $100,000, like, that's not murder standards to me.
No,
like, that
I
seems
know,
really
right?
low.
Like, it's attainable.
Yeah.
With a bond.
Not to say that, like, I have anything like that.
No,
but like,
it's not like $1 million.
Yeah.
Like, no one's gonna fucking
those are
pay
the
that.
ones. Yeah, those are the ones where they're like, they're just going to hang out in jail.
Yeah. That's
But like
a lot.
100,000? You could skip town on 100,000.
You could. Yeah. So in December of the same year, 2009, she was, quote, caught using Facebook, and everybody freaked out. Now, I think I have a different opinion here, because everything I was reading was like, oh my God, it's atrocious that she's using Facebook. But maybe I'm getting duped. But like, she shouldn't have any social media.
I think a lot of the time it's a stipulation that they can't use social
But
media.
it wasn't as part of her parole. It was not. She was not. What's it called when you're like
limited.
Yeah, like when you break your parole or whatever. A violation. That's the word I was looking for. It was not a violation of her parole. It was not a contingency or whatever. And it's 2009. Like, you know, MySpace, Facebook, all that stuff's starting to come around and be pretty popular. And she had a son who was in the military, and she claimed that that's why she created a Facebook account so that she could communicate with him. Now, I find all of that very reasonable and plausible. And also, everybody has fucking social media now, so I have the advantage of hindsight. But she could also just be fucking manipulating everybody and saying that. So I don't really fucking know.
How many men were her friend that she didn't know?
Yeah, you know? I don't know. Well, and because it wasn't a violation of her parole, she wasn't doing anything wrong, but the fucking public freaked out, and she was basically like crucified in the media for it. Like, oh my God, you have to be so careful who you talk to online. But like, yeah, you should be.
Yeah, you should.
Because even from prison now, they can talk to you online.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to get you, I guess.
They're on fucking TikTok Lives.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, what the fuck? Where'd you get a phone, bro?
Yeah, I'm like, is that the officer in the back? Like, does he know?
I guess he doesn't care. Yeah. You can have social media. Okay.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Anyway, it's just like being at home on your couch.
Yeah, exactly. Except to get 3 square meals a day. Sounds like a vacation.
Except for if you get COVID and you have no health care and somebody shanks you in the shower. But,
okay.
So basically for 3 years, she's free on bond, and there's a ton of back and forth on the ruling as to whether or not Jerry's suicide note can be used in the trial.
Yeah.
And then eventually, in February of 2014, the court finds that it is admissible, and they reinstate her fucking conviction and send her back to prison.
How many years had this been?
That was 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she was free for 3 years.
Oh, my God. I mean, she got what she wanted then, right?
Free?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like got a free, like a little bit of free time?
A little bit before you have to go. Like,
yeah. Okay, now this time's for real. Okay, so this whole time she maintains her innocence. She's like, I did not do that. Abso-fucking-lutely not. I was not this. That's forged. She held to her guns.
Oh, my God.
And then in 2016, she wrote a 4-page letter to some judge confessing her role in Bruce's murder. She also went on 2020 and she admitted to faking the bruising and the lies about Bruce and being in the mafia and all that shit. She was like, yeah, I fucking made all that up. She admitted that she was actually in an online relationship with Jerry before she had even married Bruce.
Oh.
And she claims that she never did it for the money, but instead she did it out of fear, like she had Bruce murdered, out of fear of him finding out. I kind of told you this earlier, who she really was and all these secrets that she was having online. But Bruce's and Jerry's family is like, she's fucking just manipulating you guys again. Like, don't believe any of that shit that she says. She's like a master manipulator. She for sure is doing it for money and attention and all of that.
Yeah.
So that is my fucking story about Cherie Miller. And also her last name is still Miller everywhere I look. And I'm like, how fucking rude that you kept the last name of the man you murdered.
Right.
Like, that's supposed to be sacred.
Right. Did he have any kids?
I don't really know.
That'd be sad.
I know.
I
probably looked that up, but...
So why did she eventually admit to all of it? To get parole at some point?
I'm sure she's using it as a way to get, like...
Like, if I show remorse, I admit that I did it, and I show remorse, then they'll parole me, because I didn't actually...
Because she got out, and she tried the whole appeal thing. That didn't work, so now she's like, okay, well, I'm going to admance to it and see if I can get advanced anywhere.
Angle.
She was diagnosed with PTSD, and evidently is like reformed or something. I don't really fucking know, but I doubt it. And also, I'm sure that by outing herself and admitting to all of this, now she gets to go on 2020 and, you know, people are going to be calling her and she'll get attention again and whatever.
Which is essentially all she ever wanted.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, Jesus Christ. Also, I read something that she had gone on a talk show before marrying Bruce because of some ex. Like, I don't know if it was Montel Williams or Jerry Springer or whatever, but like some ex, I don't know, cheated on her. I don't even know what the fuck the story was, but this lady was definitely seeking attention.
Yeah. At the beginning of the social media internet's time.
Mm-hmm.
That's dangerous.
When all we had was Montel Williams to tell us what was going on in the world. Now we can just scroll through TikTok and see all the weird shit instantly.
I haven't heard the name Montel Williams in like, I don't know, 15 years. And you said it like
800 times.
3 times today.
That was my favorite talk show.
I loved it. I remember it. I watched it all the time, but...
Sorry, I coughed right in your ear.
I liked it.
Yeah, Montel Williams was my fucking jam, and he'd have Sylvia Brown on there and shit, and I would eat that shit up.
Yeah.
Loved it. Do you remember there used to be a talk show called, like, Forgive Me Not or Forgive or Forget is what it was called, I think. And what it would do is, like, they'd tell you the whole story of what happened between the two people, and then whoever had been harmed could either forgive or forget. And so at the end of the story, they would have the person who did the harming sitting on a couch, and they'd have to go open a door. And if the person had forgiven, then they'd be standing there. And if they weren't, then they wouldn't be there. And you'd be like, oh,
she gone.
Yeah.
It sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't say that I've ever actually seen it. So
that was another one of my favorites. I'd be like, she better not be behind that fucking door.
He was such an asshole back there.
Anyway, so that's my case.
Wow.
If you guys want to, I know, right? A fucking
doozy
roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
If you want to check out pictures pertaining to it, please go to our social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Our handle is at ISGD Podcast. Come join the goddamn pod group on Facebook. It's a lot of fun. Everybody is allowed to come in, and the only requirement is that you're fucking nice to each other. So come hang out with us and be nice.
Be nice.
Be nice. And then if you want to snail mail us, you could do that at
P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California,
91979. And I always forget, you can also email us at isgdpodcast@gmail.com, and we will eventually answer sometimes. And you can email us more if we don't. If you're like, hey, I want an answer. Mm-hmm. We'll fucking get there.
Mm-hmm. Or Facebook message us and Instagram DM us and stuff.
We'll say hi.
We will say hi.
Isn't that so exciting?
We'll be like, hey.
Hey, girl, hey. Anyway, bye.
Bye.
Oh, my neck.
My back.